Hello my coaster friends, my name is The Knight, best name or right name is Ronnie. Welcome to my second park tour. So, the ones who already seen the first park tour will say now, oh that's strange, he's only talking in English. But it is, for to say something I experienced from the last park tour. I found it a little bit disturbing, not during making the video, but as I looked at the video afterwards, I really had the feeling, oh, the whole time between English and German, it's disturbing if you only, can understand German, I think, and also it's disturbing if you only can understand English if the video is in both languages. So I decided to do the second part too, which is a lot longer than the first one. Which is about 3 parts now. It is much, too, let's say, a much too big experience for the people to look at it, or and they don't really, are disturbed by these 2 languages. So as you can see, I'm not perfectly English. So I'm half German, half Belgium, so therefore I speak also Netherlands very well. I speak French. I also speak English, of course. So because of that, a lot of my or the whole things in my flat coaster workshop are written down in English, so that everybody or the most people on the world can understand it. We are international in the internet. It's like it is. So I decided to do also the YouTube video of mine where I see it's necessary. I will do it in English and German together. But as I said, I now decided to do the park tours only the German video and only the English video. So still both languages, but only one language and one video. So I think I explained it now twice. Nevertheless, okay, let's go to our to my second park. It's called Monaco Raceway Park. It is a park based on the, I looked it up, I said it wrong in the German version, on the 7th mission in the career. So it's not the fourth one, it's the 7th one. As you can see, I didn't play them like they're meant to be in the right, counting. I don't know the right word. I played them as I wish to do it. Let's say it that way. And after I did the pirate scenario, I didn't have the feeling to do another one. And I didn't have the feeling to do a fairy tale one, because to that point there was no much things you can use in the workshop and in Planet Coaster itself, which are very fairy tale. So I said, okay, I don't want to do that. I think that's too difficult for me. But there was a lot of science fiction things. So I thought, okay, the next park will be this park, because you can do a science fiction park very easily inside of it, which should fit very good to the raceway. Okay, so that was the idea, and I started this idea, and I now go zoom out and I show you the whole park, because the original park where you can build is that size and only build that part. And you, of course you ask, why didn't you build here or here? The truth is, I tried it. I played it as a mission, so not sandbox, so you are limited in money. And if you try to start here, where the programmer, if you see that way, which is already existing, is pointing in that direction, But if you do it, you run very fast out of money. And so I tried it several times, and if I started with normal rides, or if I started with a coaster, it was no different. It was always the same. I run out of money. And you cannot build something here, for example, because you are not allowed to change anything at the buildings, or I hope I can click it. As you can see, I cannot delete the plans. So was not the space. You can only change the roads in the park. And that's all. And that's something, yeah, I cannot really work with. So I maybe I don't know. Maybe someone played it and finished it with playing here. But I finally decided to not build something here. And because I did it as a mission, I didn't do it even at the end of the mission. Even I had the money. Yeah. So it's still lonesome here, and that's a good thing in the workshop. You can download someone's park and say, I do it better and I change something, etc. So of course you can do that. So if you say, okay, I want to build something here, I plan for example a coaster at that position, you can do that. And yeah, you can send me the link and I will take a look, and maybe I will present it on my YouTube channel if you like. So or if you change something else, if you say I can do that and that better, you can do that, of course. That's the saying, that's the point in the workshop. For me is I can take someone else's blueprints and change them and make them better, or take them as they are and like them. So, and that's the point where it's perfectly, my opening speech is perfectly going further on, because I of course used some blueprints in the workshop, of the workshop here, and I don't want to do that without telling the names. So I I'd also write them down in the workshop. I don't have something to drink, that's bad. Well, maybe I hopefully do the first part without drinking. So to mention the people, it is, hello Andy, it is RedZak Panda, RedPandaZak, sorry. For the first one to mention, I will show you his buildings also in the park tour. It is Anigmandra, which is someone who I really find very inspiring. Is that the right word? Yeah, I think so. So my compliments to her at that point. It is someone like James Taylor, who isn't active in the workshop anymore. Sorry for that, but he didn't do much. But I take 2 things from him because I like them, and they are good. So it's sad that he didn't done more. It's someone like Sebguy, who isn't in the workshop anymore, but still there are some small thing of him in this park too. It is Radek Walachnia, which I take his shops, his SciFi shops a lot. So also Sebguy. So you find here the shops of those 2 persons in the SciFi park. But I will mention the things also in the park tour. But only that you know, I want to thank you for all the work you do. It makes me, as a father, as a working people, as a working man, full-time working man, helps me to do something inside the park, which is great. I hope so. You will find it great. I find it great. So, okay. Nevertheless, there are 2 more people I want to thank, but I will do that during the park tour. I have the first 5 people, they only do small things inside my park, so I have the feeling I cannot, maybe if I forget them during the park tour, so I mentioned that here in the beginning. But these two people I didn't mention now, they've done a lot of the things for the park, and therefore I want to appreciate their work if we are on the position where you can see the work of them and you say, okay, wow, that's great. I hope so, you say. Okay, let's start with the park tour. So only that you know that I'm a Ryzen 1800X processor with a 580 graphic card. So there are, as you can see, almost 9,000 people in the park. So it is not running, it is the graphic detail are middle. So it's not running perfectly smoothly. So if it is something that where you see, oh, you see it now, it's like stuttering in the picture. I hope you can appreciate that that I still do this video and I do it with a full park, because it's my opinion. I like to show a park when it is full, and I don't like to show it when it's empty, only that the performance is better then. So I hope you understand that I do it in a full perspective now. Okay. So one of the other people would say, okay, I don't like these buildings. Why are there no windows on the backside? They are not for me. So as you can see, I cannot change them. They are originally in the setup of the scenery and also the kart barn, partly, I must say, but I will explain more about that later on. So you cannot change it, so I leave them like they are to respect the thought of the programmer, which done here a real good recreation of the Monaco Raceway, Formula 1 Raceway, if you know that. This part, it's very, very good done, and I appreciate his work, so I would not change it if it's not necessary. And I know there are maybe the one or the other trick you can do it so that you can still change them, but I don't find it right to do this so if someone did good work. So I will do the park tour with a normal light rhythm, so you can see it by day and night and get a good impression of it. But there are two ways I will do definitely in the dark, because you have more a good feeling how it's looking like. So sorry about that. I hope you understand that and you say, okay, that's good. So as I always say, the comments are for the people who want to discuss something or want to change something or say, oh, it's not good, and so do that, because it's my second park tour and I really want to learn how you like it. I do it like it. I like it. So let's start. As I said, almost 9,000 people inside the park. So that's the opening of the park. Here is the entry. So I didn't change here anything. I only put in lights, I put in the cameras, I put in more benches and baskets. For example, I didn't build here because I must honestly say I forgot it. I wanted to build here a feeding stand and drinking stand, but I forgot it. But as I said, you can change that. So the main people, as you can see, because the park goes that way, is in that direction. In that direction there's only that you can see from the outside the kart raceway, and I think therefore not many people goes in that direction. So little bit further. So at the entry I put in the toilet, which I think is always important to do so, because you want to prevent to leave people the park, and so I put it here so that they can directly go into the toilet and go back inside the park and not outside. So that's the first raceway. It is almost the original raceway, as you can see. I must zoom in because then it's easier to turn. It is really full. the game is running good. I have the feeling, yeah, I have no rendering in the background during the German video I had. Therefore it was still some stuttering, but yeah, what to say, it's perfectly smoothly now. So let's wait, because the cards are getting back. Let's wait till they are back. Because then we can do an on-ride and then I can explain the change. The winner is missing. Sorry if I must have my voice a little bit here, but I have nothing to drink. Okay, the race is done. Let's go to normal speed in a few seconds. So I think really the programmer did it very well here. It's like a first, second, third place podium here. You have a toilet at the end, exit, and the first half at the exit, which is, I think, very good situated. But I'm missing shops here. You could had placed shops here and they didn't. I don't know why. So yeah, let's hop inside the car, the first one, and do the race. So that's the original course. As you can see, it's very good done. It's really looking like the Monaco Raceway. But the original course go into the tunnel, which is not original existing. But they're done for the scenario already partly of the tracks. You only need to put them together. So I did that. So that's for me. That is already originally placed here. So it's always partly that, and in the final you have saving. You have really a good impression of the original raceway. So that one is by me again. There was also I don't know, road work here on that position, which I liked very much. It's like, you see, here's roadwork. There should be the raceway. They're really pointing at it. Do that. And the first mission is to do a longer version of the raceway. So they're really pointing at it. Do that in that scenario. Oh yeah. The graphic is a little bit stuttering, but it's running very smoothly. If you see the German video, we won. We won. You will see it's really stuttering there because of the rendering in the background. I don't need to do that in the moment because I had rendered all the videos which will come out this next week already. I don't know when this video will come out. So let's go further inside the park. I put away the messages. So this road is, let's say, originally, as you can see, at the stripes here, but I placed the baskets, the benches, the lightning. I placed the ATV here right on the right. The pizza stand was already inside. I put in the and yeah, from here on it starts with the new part of the park. So you have a toilet at the left. Again a toilet. I really find it necessary that the people don't need to go far for a toilet. And here you have the first ride I put in. It's Zuzu. I think it's called Zuzu. Zozo. Sorry. It's a Zozo. It's almost German if it was an S. Because to explain, Zozo is not like a real word. Zo is a word. And it's like so it is. If you only say so like that, then it's like so it is. So is like so. It's really like it is. I don't know if they have that in mind, if they named it. I don't know. So I put here a little bit, not much in the queue, but I did a little own lamp for that one. It's that one. You can download this in the workshop. I found it really nice. It's very good fitting in in a racing scenario. Okay. Here you have some more drinking, some more eating. In the meantime, they did with some of the updates, people need more drinks than eating, which I found very disturbing, because the layout of the shop, you have a lot of eating shops you can do in the counting, and only 3 or 4, I don't know, let's see, 4 I think. No, it's more, it's like 8 or something. Oh, that was wrong. One, two, three. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8 drinking shops. It is not very, you can do not many combinations of that. But you need more drinking shops than eating shops. So I always try not to double anything in the parks as I can do that, and I always try to do everything one time, but with that amount of drinking shops not possible. But it is like this. So this one is originally in the Planet Coaster blueprint, so it's not from me. But that is from me. These 3 groups, which is very beautiful in the dark. I put some lightning beneath it so that you have an indirect lightning, and it is like, yeah, that the colors are shadowing in the leaves of the trees, and I really think it's beautiful. So you can also download that one in my workshop. That one is an original one. And here you have again a very crowded queue, which is very race themed. This is the first ride I ever have in any level. I don't know if you maybe experience the same, but the fast line queue, which is that one, is sometimes in that moment not, but sometimes it is fuller than the normal queue, and that's something I really don't understand, because it costs extra money and it is not logical. So let's go further. The race started in that second, so we will not hop in, but only that you have a full expression of the queue. I think I made every movement in the options as almost as slow as possible. It's a little bit faster, but to get smooth camera operations here. Oh, I will put out that one again. So we will come back later and take a look at the race. I think in the third part, because we will now divide the tour through the park into let's say the SciFi part, which is coming next in 2 sections. One will be now, the second part will be in the third part of the videos, because it's like a round way, the park. So if you turn left, you can go through the park with some connections to the right part, but you will go left turn through the park, come back again on the right side. So we see the kart raceway in the third part, because then I will come from here and the camera will go here. So then you know that. So we will take the left side. That's also something from me. It's not original, but it looks original, and that's I think the main point why so people downloaded it in my workshop, because it's really looking like the original one, and you can also download it and use it in your race section. And now we go to the science fiction section, which is called The Future. I didn't put that sign in the workshop because I really have the feeling, oh, it's good but not so good. So therefore you will not find it in the workshop for mine. If you say it's good enough, please do it in the workshop. Just right, and I will do that, but my feeling is I don't need it in the workshop. So we now have the shops which are from Radek Walachnia. These red shops are from him. You will see them everywhere in the science fiction part of the park. I like them a lot. As you see, I even changed it to an ATV shop. So I like them a lot. I found them simple but nice. So you can have them here. The Q building on the left is from me. Even if I don't know why, I think with one of the updates it's been damaged. Because originally the electromagnetic fields are not being seen, of course. Yeah, so they are all lowered, and by some reason they are back on the surface again. I don't know why, and I only saw it in the park tour that they changed it. And if you can see, every special effect here is back on the surface, and I don't know why. I really don't. Yeah, you see, even the loudspeaker is back again on the robot and not inside the robot. So I'm sorry for that, folks. It's easily changed, so I think you will change that, but it is really not thought about to be like that. If I have the time, I will take a look at the blueprint in the workshop if it is also damaged in the blueprint. I don't think so, because I have also used the building in the new park of mine, which you don't see in the workshop, and there everything was on the right place. So that one you will see in the third park, so all the coasters will be seen. I think all the coasters will be seen in the third part of the videos. The water rides you will see, I think today one, and the other one on the second part tomorrow. And normally the videos are meant to be in the workshop, in the YouTube channel, one each day. So normally you should see the third part then in 2 days. So I'm a little bit ill, so sorry. I must clean my nose. So okay, so we will only take a look at the left side, and you have, I tried to do a theming for every queue, another theming, so I hope you see that. So that one is like the loading bay theming, that is like war theming, they are shooting at each other, and the Köter is called, which is like a bad dog in German. So I really have the feeling someone which is German language is working at the Planet Coaster, so because Köter is a German word, and it's in the workshop of Planet Coaster it is K.O. But it is, if you know that if you are German, you know it's called Köter. So German, bad dog. And I don't know, I really don't think it has been translated. Saving again, so we go here down through the towers of the science fiction. Parts here, and you will see here, these are parts I think they are from Sebguy. Because the workshop of his is offline, I cannot go into the workshop and take a look at it, but I put down his name in the description of the park, so I really think there must be something from him inside the park, and I don't know from which person these things are, so I really think they are from Sebguy. The shops, the silver shops and the silver fountain here. So that's a small place where you can eat. And here also the road is separated again in the right way for the right side and the left way for the left side. They are here shortly together and then again separated. Here right, here left, and we go left. And this is the last look at the SciFi Park part of the park. We'll come back in the third video, and you have an Insanity here. That's the only ride which is doubled in the park. We will see it again later. Insanity in the second part of the videos. I hate the camera. I zoomed in, it's still like you are far away. So we go up this way, and you have again here a connection to the right side of the park with the Dreamland lamps, which you also can download in my workshop. They are one of the most downloaded items in the workshop. So subscribe and get it. So we go now again to the left, and it's like a small fantasy park. Part of the park, a small one, and I explain later on why. So I think this building on the left is from Anigmandra. I didn't found it again in her workshop, but I really think it is her style, so I really think it's from her. So let's go further. So I will zoom out again because there are stairs, and then if you turn, it's really again difficult. It's also with that one, you see, it's also on the surface, and I don't know why, because I put it in the earth and not outside. So, and then here is the, I think, really nice fantasy gate, which you cannot find. I think I forgot it to place it in the workshop, so I will do that in one of the next days. You will find it in the workshop also, a fantasy gate. I did something like that, a second one, but without the figurines and the stones, so. But I really like that one, and it's so sad that I forgot it, but we will find it in the next few days. So we have a little fountain here again, and yeah, Dreamland, and we go up the way further. I think these shops are originally in the Planet Coaster pack. I exchanged the shops because they were not good visited in the original setup. Then on the right you have the Princess Wheel, and in the dark you see it's really nice to get a look of it. If you can imagine, you stand on that position before. For example, here in the queue on that position, and take a look on this view. It's really, I really like it. I really like it. As you can see, I always try in my parks not to change too much of the original scenario. I only like to improve it, but not really change it, to still, yeah, that you still have the feeling. of the original meaning of the park. So, and yeah, original meant was to build a tunnel here through the mountain to the other side, so that the fantasy fantasy part of the park, oh I hate that, is connected together. And this, you know that in the past you don't have a tunneling for the race, which was for me in that position very surprising, because I planned it that way and already built that, and then I wanted to do the tunnel, and oh, it's not working, shit, what should I do now? So that is why you have two separate spooky parks, which I will go to the first part of the park now, and you have two separate fantasy parts of the park. And I found it's only constructed now. It was meant to be on the other way. So the fantasy part of the park, the second one, is now on the left from that camera position, which was already planned on the right. And the spooky park is now on the right and was originally planned on the left. But I changed it because the space was better on that way to finalize it, and because I could done the tunneling, I said okay, if that one doesn't work, we also change that. So only to explain. In the meantime, you have an update where you can now tunnel. So if I build it originally, left, right, not left, right, left, then I should done now the tunneling, but I didn't change it anymore because they would not fit anymore together. So let's go further away. We are near the end of the first video, so let's make a little bit pace here. So as you can see, now you have the first spooky part of the park. We go now on the flame tunneling, which are of course not real flames. No one would use real flames in a park, in a fun park. So there are some people who say, don't use the flames there because the people would be burned. But as I said, it's only a light effect, so it's not real flames, so you can do that. So, and then you have a small spooky wood, which are done by myself. I like it. It has a nice feeling. I show it in the night. Why I say it has night. I put a lot of indirect lighting here into the trees, so that you really have a nice spooky feeling due to the lighting, and I like that a lot. And then you have again a fire tunnel, and let's switch off the dark back to the day. And you see in these bigger hollow room you have some wells beneath the road, and also again an indirect lighting to the ceiling of this tunnel. And I like this position very much. It has a nice feeling, and I really think if real people go through that, they would say, oh, that's great. That's great. That's like spooky, and still it's fantastic. Yeah. So I really think it's a nice combination of it, and so in a real scenario, the people would like it also. I hope you like it. So why the tunnels? How did I get them if they are not tunneling? I pushed, of course, first the road, and then I expanded the mountains over this road, so therefore you can see it as a tunnel without tunneling. Why didn't I did that for the connection? Because I didn't like the optics I tried it and I didn't like it, so I didn't done it for the connection mode and didn't done the connection mode because of that. So, and now we go to the next part of the park, which we will take a look further, and the second part of the park tour. I want to end that. I know you didn't see much in this video. Sorry about that, but the video is already 40 minutes length, and therefore I will end it. And tomorrow you will get the second part. And we take a look at the rafting ride on the left now. Yeah, we're at the beginning of the video, so take a look. Come back tomorrow. Have a nice rest of the day or evening. Bye.